Welcome to Between Two Barbells. Neither of us are barbells, but you will be hearing discussions between us. Welcome to season two, bitches! I'm
Can I
over
go?
here in a onesie with a juice box. Alex just got off a full day of clinicals, and we're rocking with a really weird energy.
Can we start over?
Hmm.
that's that's what you lead into.
That was an incredible intro. Come at me.
Can I go back on our 2 week hiatus?
Nope.
But yeah, we both filed for PTO during the holidays. Let's be real.
It was approved. We approved it.
Yeah, because we're HR for
We are
this.
HR. We are HR.
We are HR for this.
Yes, we are. Go team.
uh, yes, we are back. We are calling this season two. We actually made it to a season two. I thought this was gonna last a month, let's be honest. Oh man. So today we got some topics. We got some words. I'm so tired. But we're gonna recap our top three moments from 2025, what we both kind of got going on in 2026, as well as a new pet peeve that we have been seeing on the internet.
I'm going to put it out there. I think we should end on a note to resolutioners. I'm going to call it a love note to resolutioners.
I'm gonna call it a let me help you to the resolution.
I think that's what it is. I think it comes from a place of like, I want you to join our club. So here's some tips, here's some advice, and here is like, let me just bring you into the arms of my cult, and you will learn to love it here.
We're definitely a cult, so
We're not a cult.
definitely a cult.
All right.
um,
Top moments of 2025. Is that where you want to get started?
yeah, I figured we just go back and forth. I'll list my third, your third,
Okay, you have to go
second.
first because I have no idea.
Oh my Tatum, we talked for half an hour before we recorded. That was your prep time.
We didn't talk for half an hour.
Yeah, we did.
I was eating noodles. I wasn't listening.
Yeah. All right. So my third moment from 2025, competing at the Arnold. Let's be honest, it's a fucking Arnold. Like it's the pinnacle. It's one of the top levels in my sport, and to be able to say that I've been there, I've competed there, that's awesome. Even though it went terribly for me on the competition floor, um, still, it was just a once in a lifetime experience, and not very many people get to experience. So that's what we're looking at it as. Plus, got to hang out at North Market, which if you're going this year, which you are, be sure to be on the lookout for Tatum on the floor. Um, North Market is great. I mean, the food there is great. People there are great. It's like the escape from all the chaos.
And it's like a block away. So,
And it's walking distance away, so you don't got to find parking twice. Which, friendly tip, if you're going to the Arnold this year and you're listening to this, plan to get there like an hour early, minimum, for whatever you're going there for. Whether it's competing, visiting, whatever, because parking parking's pretty bad.
it's not even like once you get into the structure, it's fine. It's just getting into the different structures and all of this is closed down and this is closed down and you have to go into this one and everybody's trying to turn left into this one parking structure but everyone else is turning right into this parking structure and all of the traffic that's trying to go straight can't move.
Yeah. Yeah. People don't know how to drive. And plus all the street closures and all that stuff makes it really hard. There's a freaking marathon that goes on in the
I
middle of
forgot
all of
about
it.
that.
Yeah.
It
There's
was
like a
so cold
marathon.
outside. That's what I remembered.
Yeah, it was cold outside and we saw a ton of people running.
Ugh.
That's when we had to park really far away and we had this old man chase after us about our rental car getting towed if we decided to park on his property. Do you remember that?
Not in the slightest. I was the one driving, and I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, there was a guy in like a lot, probably I don't know, quarter mile away. We parked like by a house, and we thought that we were good, but then we
It's
like
there.
started to get out of the car. He's like, "No, no, no, you don't park here. You didn't approve it by me." Like all this stuff, and we're like, "Chill, we'll move. I'm gonna tow your rental car." Da da.
Yeah, and it was just
We're
like a
gonna,
public parking lot with a QR code.
yeah, literally,
We moved the car though. I didn't trust that.
we moved the car. Like, yeah, but yeah, Arnold 2025.
Okay. Are these overall moments of the year? Or are these all like sport related?
I mean, mine are all sport related.
Yeah, I stopped competing in 2024, so most of my best moments are behind me. I have strong peaked in high school energy going right now.
Yeah.
I will say, as someone who is now getting ready to be like competing and is now training competitively for jujitsu, 2025, I armbarred one of our blue belts. I got like a sick armbar on one of the blue belts back at my gym in California.
Mm-hmm.
As a white belt, who is also half of the size of almost everyone I roll with, it is very hard for me to get any submissions on people. When you're bigger, you can kind of muscle your way through stuff and like force it. I do not have that option. So anything I hit has to be executed perfectly or I'm just not getting it. And I hit a sick armbar. I like baited him into it. He thought I was going for a triangle and then flung my leg around and yanked. Not in like a bad way, the good kind of yank. Beautifully executed. Beautiful. I still think about that. I can like envision almost every submission I've gotten on someone, and I can for sure remember every submission I've gotten on someone who outranks me. That was beautiful. That goes on my top three.
All right. Good. I mean, I am going to touch on the jujitsu. With you being very small and your submissions, that means that your guard position is like,
Okay, going on a little rant real quick. So there is a man. I would call him a young man, but I honestly do not know how old he is. There's a dude who does jujitsu with us, and I'm sure we're like probably around the same age. I like to call him my favorite nail. He knows I call him my favorite nail because I call him that to my face. We talk often in combat sports and in jujitsu about the fact that like for a long time, you're just a nail and everyone else is the hammer. And then every once in a while, you'll get someone who comes in and you finally get to be the hammer. That's my favorite nail because I get to be the hammer with him.
hmm,
It's the best feeling in the world. He's like a little bit bigger than me, but not that much. He's a little bit stronger than me, but not that much. And I am faster and I've been doing it longer. And my guard game is so strong. And he had one goal today. I'm like, we're rocking close guard work. And he's like, I only want to break your guard. I don't care about anything else. I will break your guard today. And I laughed. And he admittedly got close because he was my last roll of the day that we were doing this on. And I was like, oh, my legs are kind of tired. He did not break my guard. We slap bumped, and he's like, next time. I'm like, oh, you can try. It's incredible. Close guard is my game.
hmm,
That's all I have.
hmm. Yeah. Considering the only time I've actually shown up to watch you compete is for jujitsu, I could attest to that. Yeah.
Yeah, I had a girl on my close guard for 4.5 minutes. It was
Yeah.
miserable.
She was getting so frustrated.
I know, but I didn't know what I was doing. I'd only been doing jujitsu for like 3 weeks.
Yeah.
I knew one submission and it wasn't working, and I didn't know what to do. So I just kept her there and kept trying.
Yeah.
Worked out.
All right. Number two moments of the past year. For me, top 10 on America's Strongest Man. Let's be honest. I am the 10th strongest man in America in the under 80 kilo men. Like, that's pretty good. Not gonna lie. There's a lot of 80 kilo men out there that compete in strongman and say that I'm one of the top. At least for the calendar year leading up until the 2026, where I no longer hold an 80 kilo title at all. Um, so yeah, yeah, top 10. And plus, like Texas was a blast. getting to hang out with you, my girlfriend, my coach at the time, meeting a bunch of new people. It was great. Getting to taste some barbecue. Got to go to the stockyards after that you didn't join me for because you got to get back home. Um,
I had to
and
return
yeah,
my rental car by like 2 in the afternoon, and I had a 10-hour drive.
schedule it for later.
No, because if I scheduled it for later, then I got charged for another day.
Oh, yeah. Got to
Yeah.
see some longhorns. Got to eat some barbecue. My girlfriend
I
got
love the
some.
stockyards. It's the only good thing in Texas.
No, there's a lot of good things in Texas. Just
Incorrect.
just stop at every barbecue pit, and that's like the best thing. And then line dancing. Oh, we go there this year for nationals. We are going line dancing there.
Have you been line dancing in Texas?
No, I have not.
It's not what you think it is.
That's fine. I just want to say I went to a honky tonk in Texas.
We have honky tonks here. Come to Tennessee.
Why? When I got to go to Texas anyway. I don't have to go to Tennessee yet.
You're gonna have to go to Tennessee.
Yeah, I know.
Are you
Um,
coming to my bachelorette party?
is this my official invite to your bachelorette party?
Unofficial invite. I don't even know if I'm gonna have a bachelorette party, but I'm considering it.
Exactly. So how can I even say that I'm going to go if this
If
isn't?
you were invited to a bachelorette party in Nashville, would you go?
I don't know. I might have to consult the girlfriend on that one.
She can also come.
That's also true. I don't know. I might be coming to Tennessee for a different reason that I'll talk to you about later.
I bet.
Okay. Um, but no, it's just we're going to be there anyway. I might have to be there for 10 freaking days because we're getting new athletes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if they have Masters Nationals the weekend before, which I can kind of see, but kind of not see, it's all up in the air. But I mean, if I'm there for 10 days, like gotta gotta do my water cut somehow, and I'm gonna go line dance and get it off.
Yeah,
So
there's worse out there. I line danced when I was cutting to try and burn off some of the calories.
I know I was the one that went with you to the bar.
I know,
Or
someone had to supervise.
yeah,
Left unattended.
make sure you didn't pass out from cutting.
I wasn't that bad. That
But
cut
yeah,
was not that bad.
yeah. So yeah,
Alright, my number two. It's a number two moment, 2025. Okay, so I moved and I'm now lifting at a gym in Bowling Green, and I think my second day there is probably one of my favorite days that I've had there because like I kind of met the other people on my first day, but like second day there, like more of the regular crowd from that gym was there, and it's like the core like 6 to 8 people or whatever who are there really consistently. And like you fall into a crowd, especially like I know my strong men. I love my strong men. I hang out with too many strong men. See this podcast. Yeah. Hi, Alex. Getting in and like you work out in enough strongman gyms, they're all kind of the same. Like the guys are all kind of the same. It's just a bunch of big old boys. Most of them probably have a bunch of tattoos and really big beards, and they just like picking up rocks. Like you're gonna get the same things everywhere you go. And it was exactly that. It just like felt like, oh yeah, this place is like it's a little piece of home. Like these are essentially the same people in a different font, and it's awesome. Like I got flipped off day one. It was great.
you know, going to tell you a story because I went to a weightlifting or CrossFit like weightlifting gym, and they were going to make a bracket tree of like if you are this, then you should do this, and if you're that. And then one of the topics was if you have ADHD, and the member that was talking about it was saying that if you have ADHD, you should do Olympic weightlifting. And I looked at him and I go, "You are dead wrong, sir." And he goes, "Why?" And I'm like, "Because strawman literally walk past a rock and then they become Donkey from Shrek saying, 'I like that boulder. That's a nice boulder.' And then they proceed to pick it up and put it on their shoulder or like load it over a stump or something." And he's like, "Oh my gosh, you're so right." And I'm like, "Yeah, check yourself."
Yeah, everybody knows that weightlifting is OCD. Thank you very much.
Yeah, weightlifting is super OCD. I'm just gonna make the bar 1 inch straighter.
And like the amount of like minute repetition to get like the one tiny detail feeling exactly right. Like sometimes it's an indiscernible difference to everybody except the weightlifter, but we always know and you have to take it until it feels just right. Granted, I have diagnosed OCD, so that might be more of a me thing coming from weightlifting, but I'm a firm believer that all weightlifters are like that.
Yeah, I mean, the one thing that I see a lot, and I'm pretty sure it's just friends getting underneath the skin of other friends, is the lazy loading method where you have like opposite plates, or you'll have like a 10 kilo, then like a 2.5 kilo, then like the 5 kilo or something bigger.
I love
Yeah,
doing that. I think it's hilarious.
that's not
Other people
OCD
get
though.
really mad. As long as there's enough plates out, one, I'm lazy, and two, it's funny.
Gives me the ick. Like
Because
if
it
that
is.
was that's an ick in the gym. Lazy loading.
I love lazy loading. So long as no one like needs that equipment. If there's
Yeah,
only two sets of plates and you're doing that and you have multiple lifters, no, come on, you're being a dick. But if you have six full sets of change plates and you're just like, I'm just gonna keep adding to it, that's fine. It's hilarious.
yeah. Well, um, I'm more talking about the change plates though.
Yeah, it's always change plates. You don't do that with big plates. They're all the same size.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I'll put like a blue then a red, like a 20 then a 25 kilo, just because like I don't want to take the 20 off and then put the 25 on.
See, mine was green with yellow on top. Like green. And then like you put a white on, and then you put a second green on, and then you put another white on. You're like, I might as well just make the jump, and then just on a yellow.
Yeah, see, I think that's okay.
Usually lazy loading starts with making like smaller jumps in between. You're like, okay, I just made a 2 kilo jump. Now I need this to be like a 2.5 kilo jump. So I'm just gonna leave that and then put the red on top rather
Yeah,
than doing the whole reconfiguring.
yeah. Now that you're talking about it, we still have some of the SoCal weightlifting guys lifting at Metro. I think I'm gonna do that just to piss them off with the change plates because those are the only plates that are not breaking at the gym.
Not surprised.
I know, I know. Yeah, it kills me every time. Um, but all right, number one for me. This could also be your number one too. I don't know. We might think differently. My number one is obviously Vegas Nationals for strongman because like we had the entire team, we had just so many different people come up to us, friends that I haven't seen in forever, and yeah, like it was just so awesome. Not only being a coach but an athlete as well, competing alongside my own athletes and then watching their growth. Some of them I was there for their first ever comp, so it was really awesome to see their growth into becoming a national level athlete and just that full circle moment. And then there's also the camaraderie that happened, in between events, in between days, like when we go back to the Airbnb, we're like watching Miracle with, the iconic speech and Roadhouse and Top Gun and, all that stuff.
Yeah. I feel like I kind of group all of that together. Like traveling with our team, whether it was Texas, whether it was the Arnold, or whether it was Nationals, is like some of my favorite moments of this year. Just like
Yeah.
anytime we all kind of got together and spent time, it was just the best. Like even going to that was this year, right? Going to TO for
How's that?
805s.
That was technically 2024.
Was it?
Yeah, but I mean, we kind of start our season like prepping for 2025 nationals at 805s to get people invites. So like I could kind of see it, but like since it was 2024, that's why I didn't throw it in.
Yeah.
you know? But
Yeah, but just
it
like
was
all of
definitely
those
like it was my honorable mention.
honorable mention. We
Yeah,
talked
I'll
about
put
it
it.
in the last episode. Yeah, all
Yeah,
the times we got the team together and just got to like spend time with each other, I think we just like it's such a good time. Like I love
yeah.
our team. I think we're such a fun group. We all get along really well and like I just think it's overarchingly a great time when we do get to actually spend time with one another. Because like we
Mhm.
train together, but we also like by and large all train separately. And me now being significantly further away from everybody else, um, traveling like to Texas and then going to Vegas, those were like very special times for me.
Yeah. It's always it's funny because like the more we get people together and the more people that join our team and just like buy in, I feel like the better the community gets, you know. We have some new people coming on, which is great. And I think like after that first time, because none of them have been around the entire team together, I think that's gonna be the like, oh, this is fun. like like the dinners, you know, the movies, like all this stuff, just the sitting on the couch, rehydrating and just shit talking each other back and forth, Like that's the part that I think keeps people coming back because it's one thing to like be serious and, try to put on, your best foot forward and all that, but it's more the laid back times that I think I cherish the most.
Yeah. Sitting eating day old pizza on the floor of an Airbnb in Ohio is definitely up there. And like that sounds particularly pleasant, but it's so much fun.
Yeah.
And one thing that I do say, I will say, having been on various teams and around a lot of teams, and one thing that I know that we've been very cognizant of in building our team and in the culture that we've like tried to create and continue to hone is that like we are a very as much as like yeah we'll like talk shit and call each other little bitches and stuff like that because we're teammates, that's what you do, like you bully each other into being better because it comes from a place of love and we're firm believers in bullying, but we're definitely like overarchingly always supportive of each other. And
Yeah.
it's not in like we're just gonna go and like cheer you on kind of way, but like genuinely supportive of one another. Like, oh, you need this? Okay, I will go out of my way to help you out. We're
Yeah.
both competing. That's fine. I'm still gonna make sure that you're taken care of, and you're gonna make sure that I'm taken care of. As much as we are competitive, even amongst ourselves, having athletes like in the same categories and things like that, I love the fact that that never has turned into something bad.
No.
And I don't think you get that across the board. I've seen a lot of teams who have athletes competing in the same categories, and it's not like a good time. There's no animosity.
A coach compete against two of his athletes at, nationals this past year in lightweight men. And it was just fuel to the fire. It fueled us. I know it fueled me, especially going into day two when one of my athletes pissed me off. It didn't actually piss me off, but it was just like, oh, did you check the standings? Da 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 da. And then check the standings,
Why
and
are
then
you with the
yeah,
standings?
then he's beat me by four people, and then I'm like, okay, coming for you tomorrow, man.
Yeah. I think it's beautiful. Like, I don't think that there's anything wrong with being competitive, but I don't think that anyone's competitive edge overtakes the fact that, like, we are a community first.
No, yeah, for sure. Um, you and I have both dealt with people that didn't buy in and people that have bought in, and the people that bought in are still around. And there's even people that have left and come back, and it's been great. So
Yeah. All right, 2026. What's this year hold for
you
you?
didn't say you're number one, or are you
Yes, I
tailgating
did.
on mine?
I did. Yeah, I agreed with yours.
Oh, okay. I didn't know you
Yeah.
officially
It was
tailgated.
all of those. It's every time our team got together and like traveled together and had those moments. That was like
Yeah,
all of my picks.
yeah, yeah. All right, all right. 2026. Oh boy. Man, I just hope it's better than 2025, let's be honest. No, getting into it, I know for myself, don't really have much on the competition calendar this year. I know going to nationals, that's about all I know is something lines up. Then I'm just gonna jump in and kind of do it. But the goal is nationals. The goal is to not embarrass myself moving up a weight class on that level. And again, just doing the best that I can. But I do want to get competitive again. I want to get that competitive edge. I want that like one person that just absolutely hates to see my name on the roster, if not more. I think 2025 was great for experiences and having fun and falling back in love with the sport, I'll say. Kind of serious, but not so serious. But, you know, Nats this year for me is going to be very serious. And yeah, so that's kind of my biggest goal on the competition platform of things. But other than that, it's like just finish school and be done. Start my freaking career already. Um, and then for Primal, can I say it?
Go ahead.
Okay. Team programs are coming out, like dedicated team programs to make people better. And I've dumped my heart and soul into especially the strawman one, just to kind of blurt it out into the world. You're going to be able to do this at a strawman gym. You're going to be able to do this at a commercial gym. There's videos, there's alternative exercises. Like I have tried to bulletproof it so much to where it's just go. And then no matter where you're at in the world, if you have access to basic gym equipment, a barbell, some accessory machines that are very easily accessible at all different types of gyms, you're getting quality training in underneath this program, and I'm super excited about it. You know, on top of that, we also got the Bro program coming out.
The program.
Yeah,
I'm putting
just
that
if
as the name.
if you're a
Screw
gym
this.
bro and you just want to get swole and like all the stuff that we're talking bad about, like if you want to be the
It's
guy
bodybuilding.
that if you want to be the guy that shows up at the gym with his sunglasses on and you're just there to get a pump, like that's gonna be your program.
The program. It's power building. So it's your base level getting stronger with an aesthetic focus. It's
Yeah,
beautiful. I'm a
yeah.
sucker for a power building program.
So,
People like looking good.
but again,
Then,
it's
yeah.
It's just giving people these concepts and a format to follow where all they got to do. And this could be for the revolutionaries too, the new year, new me's, all that. This is honestly built to help them, Just it's I think a 3-day split and you just get in, it tells you what to do. You can record your weights that you do, see your progress, once we get enough of a community on these programs, we're going to have a community forum where we could all share videos, share progress. You and I will be very active in there to help guide people, to help celebrate successes and build people up when they feel failure. But it's going to be awesome, and I can't wait to publish these.
Yeah, I'm very excited. We have them written. We're just working through with our software people how to actually get them up and accessible to everyone, make sure that everything is running smoothly. I've had a trial run on that, and then trying to work through like cancellations for people who want to do that has
Mm,
not been successful yet.
yeah,
I have been getting charged for that every time I've tried to cancel it, and I want to make sure that that bug is figured out before we have anybody else signing on to that, because
yeah,
being perpetually charged money that you shouldn't be spending, not here for it. But
no,
yeah, so we're working through all the bugs on that. Ideally, that'll be getting up and running in the next couple weeks or so, and we are very excited. A lot of time and effort has gone into meticulously building out these programs. I think I started one of those like 2.5 years ago that I've just like worked through and then reworked it and then reworked it again. The Olympic lifting one is another one I've spent a lot of time on.
Hmm. Yeah.
So super exciting, super
Yeah.
exciting. Our
Just
heart is in this thing.
we've had testers that give us feedback, and I've requested brutally honest feedback. And just, again, they're really impressed with it, with just the baseline product. And this isn't to say that, all the holes are fixed and all the bugs are gone. Like, it's very much going to be us just going out there, putting it out there for you. And yeah, you work with us, we'll work with you. We'll fix anything that you seem to struggle with along the way.
Yeah, just not to be cliche, but continue building a community forged in strength.
Yeah. Wow.
I know. Oh my God, I was at church yesterday and our preacher, like the little thing on what we're going through for this, like, because they go through like phases or whatever of what they're speaking on, his little tagline was built different and I was dying. I have never had to like audibly stop myself from cry laughing in church like that. But I was dying because my sister and I just looked at each other. Built different. Could not help it. It was impossible to stop. It had to be said.
Nice. Very nice.
26? Does that sum you up?
Yeah, that sums me up for 2026. Just so be better.
Love that.
That's really it.
Yeah, big shift on my end in 26 too. 2025 is when I was kind of taking like a break from competitive weightlifting, but still kind of like working through it. 26, I'm not really weightlifting anymore. I'm accepting the fact that at least for now, I am semi-permanently retired from Olympic weightlifting. Focus really, really is on jujitsu and fighting. Is that a hand?
Yeah.
Yes.
So you're probably not going to get this, but hopefully some of our listeners will. Does that mean that you're going to pull a Philip Rivers and unretire at the age of 44 after not playing an NFL game in 5 years to come back and wait for
Goal
weightlifting
is
in 5 years?
35. 35 is when I'm going to come back.
Oh,
When I'm a
35.
master's lifter. 35.
Okay. So we got Philip Rivers 2.0 over here.
There's a lot of weightlifting coaches who've done it though. It's like you're in this sport for so long and the love of the sport is still there, but the love of the journey in training for myself isn't. I love seeing it in my athletes and I live for it in those around me. But for me, that love just like isn't there. I tried to give myself time off to fall back in love with the sport, and I do love weightlifting, but I think I love it vicariously right now. And I'm
Hmm.
not getting from it what I am getting from training in a different medium. So I'm turning jujitsu into my entire personality for the next 10 years, just like I did with weightlifting. And I'm so excited.
Oh,
And like,
great.
it's hard. I'm planning on competing a good deal this year. Biggest goal is I want to work my butt off to get there. So I want to get my blue belt at the end of the year. It's not up to me. It'll be up to my black belt to decide if he thinks that I'm ready or not. But I would like to train hard enough that I feel like I deserve my blue belt at the end of this year, which is like a huge thing, especially because it's my first year like actually caring about jujitsu. I've theoretically done it on and off for like a year, but not really. Like,
Hmm.
not really, for being so for real. Um, but yeah, this is the year of like actual serious dedicated training. And then I'm doing like a cross training days on Wednesdays and Saturdays to kind of supplement that. But yeah, the focus is really, really on fighting this year. Choosing violence.
Nice.
Yeah, my overall slogan for this year, because the goal is build up Primal and my businesses more. So it's make money. Meet people, because I still haven't been like wildly successful at that since I left here. I'm gonna be joining this thing called a silent book club. Pretty excited. Make friends. Everyone just sits there, orders coffee, says hi, and then like gathers around and sits there and reads their own book silently for an hour. And then after the hour is up, you just kind of like small talk and start to get to know people and ask what they're reading and stuff like that. So it's like a silent book club. So instead of sitting around and discussing a book for an hour, everyone just sits there and reads for like an hour.
That sounds counterintuitive.
That's no, that's perfection.
No.
Yeah, because then afterwards you get to like start talking to people, but you've just like spent time around them so you can kind of like acclimate. It's like putting a fish in a new tank. You know, you keep them in their little baggie at first until like the water gets right, and then you let it go. I am the fish. That's the perfect analogy. You come at me on that. That was beautiful. Anyway, goal 3 is because I want to be competitive in jujitsu, and possibly if things line up and if I can get approval again from coach, is I would like to train for an actual MMA fight by the end of this year.
An
They
MMA
usually do
fight?
fights. Yeah,
Like in an
yeah,
octagon?
yeah.
Oh my
They have
God.
amateur MMA fights here every like 6 months or so. There should be some at the end of next year. I want to see if I can get ready to do an actual MMA fight at the end of the year.
Oh,
Make money, make friends, make enemies.
okay.
That's
Put
my
it on a
slogan for the
shirt.
year.
Put it on a
I
shirt.
did. They're for sale. Sucklessapparel.com. You can get that on a coffee mug. You can get that on a t-shirt. You could get it on a sweatshirt. You could get it on a notebook. You could get it on a travel water bottle. It's on everything. Make
Oh my.
money, make friends, make enemies. You could
All
hang it
right.
as a flag in your garage.
All
I'm
right.
not kidding. I
Just
merged it
this,
out.
just the selfless plug over here. You know.
100%. The
Um.
resolutions 0.26 collection. Shameless plug. I don't care. Step 1 is make money. You can't make money if no one knows you exist.
Yeah. But you didn't go through HR.
I am HR.
We're both HR for the podcast.
Yeah, equal vote. I said it's fine, so even if you say it's not, it still gets to go through.
No. Then we need a third party.
Does HR have an issue with my shameless plug?
No, not at all. I'm just giving you crap. Um.
I know.
um. But cool. Cool. All right. So you're gonna do all that stuff. All right. The next segment, it's a fan favorite, probably my favorite segment, pet peeves. All right. Today's pet peeve of the week, spotting during a deadlift. And not just any type of spotting. We're talking like full on hooking under the chin, just absolutely cutthroating this guy all the way up the lift because he's not strong enough to lift the weight. What thoughts and comments, Tatum? Because I
I
think any spotting in
As
deadlift.
someone who chokes people on a daily basis and also knows how to properly spot a deadlift, that's some of the dumbest shit I've ever seen.
First off,
It's dumb. It's dumb for like a
it's
myriad of
stupid.
reasons, and you can get into the actual kinesiology side of how that's like cutting off blood flow and airflow and everything that you actually need to lift. I think you can spot a deadlift. And that's where like I loved lifting with the legendary Bulo from Lands Unknown because he would spot a deadlift. I could not get it off the floor to save my life, but the minute I had it an inch off the floor, I could get that pull. But then like tiny bit, he would usually just like he liked to go 2 fingers just to make me feel like I'm the weakest person who's ever existed, and the fact that he could curl my deadlift with 2 fingers. But he would just like that little extra bit, a couple pounds off to help get through that. That's fine. You can spot a deadlift. And you sometimes will have like back spotters and front spotters on deadlifts just to make sure someone doesn't like pass out and smack their face into the bar and bleed everywhere because it's bad for them and wildly inconvenient to clean up blood in your gym all the time. But by going around their neck, yeah, let me just cut off your blood supply and your air supply. That's so I can't.
I also hate when they like have this super rounded back and someone's like just peeling their shoulders back and like having their knee push their sacrum forward. Like they're not going to get the lift without your assistance. So don't. Just don't do it. They're not strong enough.
Yeah, like 2 fingers on the chest, 2 fingers under the bar just to help with like a little bit of overload training, like helping build someone's confidence. That's different. Doing half the lift for them? No. Tell them that they're weak and they need to get stronger and let the weight stay on the ground. That's where everybody is safest.
Yeah. Like at that point, you might as well get the person spotting you to help you deadlift it up and then take their hands off and then just be in the background, like celebrating a massive PR and then just quickly snap a picture and post it on Instagram. No one will know. And then you still get to have
Yeah.
your ego moment. But yeah, seeing the like around the neck, under the chin, whatever the fuck you want to call it, is so stupid. Like, like you are asking for someone to get hurt. And in fact, I hope someone does get hurt so that way it stops.
You're asking for
Because
two people to get hurt.
hey, they gotta learn somehow. It, it's like when you got a kid and they're like trying to be funny and like getting in your way, and then they get hit. They're only going to get hit one time. It takes one time. Then they learn.
Play
Don't
silly
do that.
games, win silly prizes.
Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. That's how the saying goes. Um, Put
Sorry,
that on a
sorry.
shirt.
I'm gonna use my F bomb for this episode. Oh, by the way, we're cussing now. So if you don't like that, sorry.
We're still,
Fuck
family
around.
friendly.
Find out.
We're still family
Okay, we
friendly.
are occasionally dropping F bombs. Like the littlest bit. We're not getting inappropriate out here. We're just,
No.
speaking like
Yeah.
adults.
Yeah. So, and that and Tatum got lazy with all of 2025. So 2026. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Do you know how much I had to bleep your butt out? You are so much worse than I am.
Oh, I know, because I have no
Because I
filter.
have little nephews. I have to watch my language all the time.
There's only one little person I gotta worry about right now, and that's my niece. So, yeah. And she doesn't listen to the podcast. I'm pretty sure her mom doesn't listen to the podcast either, or her dad.
I
Losers.
have six nieces and nephews, all under the age of 7.
Cool.
I'm good at watching my
Um.
language.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, no, that's stupid. Don't do that. If it's a deadlift and you can't get it, either get someone who actually knows how to properly spot and help you out on a deadlift, or just don't touch the bar. Don't touch the bar. Don't touch the person.
Lower
If
the
you
weight.
fail, you just put it down.
Yeah. There's not.
Put your ego aside.
What about the people that like stay with lifts so far and then they just fall back on the ground and then they just like yell?
I respect that more because they for sure thought they could like. All right, you ever watch Naruto?
Yes, I've seen Naruto.
So basically, in every episode of Naruto, he just like firmly wills himself into being stronger than he was, and that's exactly how strong as he needs to be to defeat whatever villain it is. I like absolutely believe that everybody who like gets themselves to that point lifting where they just like end up full body collapsing because they thought they could make that extra little bit. I think that they're just going like full Naruto mode and they just like didn't have the nine-tailed fox inside of them, you know?
My thing is the tantrum after, they're throwing their $200 headphones on the ground and then it smashes and then they post that on Instagram. Like, oh my gosh, you're so cool, my guy. You just wasted $200 of daddy's money.
Daddy's money. Yeah, no, if you're throwing, look, I understand being upset at the gym. Don't get me wrong. I have been upset at the gym. I have cried in the gym. I have gotten angry at the gym. I have, in the middle of a powerlifting meet, very calmly and collectedly stormed out because I can't talk to anybody right now and I need nobody to talk to me, so I'm just gonna walk away. Because I'm an adult who knows how to regulate her own emotions, and I knew that had time in between squats and bench, and also I just needed 5 minutes. And sometimes it's like that. It's called emotional regulation. If you're over here throwing things because you missed your deadlift PR, grow up.
I think
Don't
just
get so
like throwing
emotional.
things in general, because I swear I've seen someone like throw their belt from just like it almost looked like for the video or for the bit, you know? And I think those people are
Which,
freaking
like,
stupid.
I've taken my little Velcro two-pood belt and, like, yeeted it up when I was happy right in front of me and just, like, let it twirl. But I've never, like, slammed it on the ground like I'm so angry or I'm so hyped. No, it was like a yay!
Yeah. I don't know. There's been a couple of times where I've probably should not have tossed my belt, but at least I threw it behind me where there was just a wall. Nobody was around. Like I made sure to try to not throw it where people were present. But
I
yeah,
feel like we've been working on our emotional regulation in that regard as well.
I mean, I haven't done anything like that in years. So I've like gone,
Yeah.
like
I don't think I've had
tossed
to
it.
choose someone out for like throwing their belt like that in quite a while. I think it was probably when we are like outside Metro, maybe when we had just moved into the new spot.
Maybe. Um, I don't know. I
But
just
I
kind
will
of
choose
see
you
it.
out.
I
I'll tell you to
what?
come the walk.
I mean, yeah. I just kind of let it happen. I just let it happen. So
Yeah, no. When it was Metro, as much as like obviously that is Eddie's gym and I appreciate everything for him, I treated that gym as though it was my own, which means admittedly I did a little bit of policing. And there's a very few things that I would like immediately step in and say something for. Someone being like aggressive like that, no, absolutely not. Like if they were to get like that, and I've watched enough fights break out at Metroflex over the years, like that is one bad comment away from them trying to deck someone. Absolutely not. That's when it becomes a problem. So
hmm.
like learn how to hone your aggression properly. Don't start throwing and breaking things because I've seen people break equipment when they got mad. I've seen people throw 5 pound plates before because they got mad. Like that, it's slippery slope all you want. That does become a slippery slope. The other thing is that when adults are paying a little bit too much attention to youth athletes, that gets flagged really fast and that gets taken care of just as fast.
Oh
The
yeah,
very few things that I will not stand for. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. I've had a couple conversations with grown men where I'm like, she's 16.
There are very much creeps in
And you
this
just watch
world.
them flounder.
Yeah.
Ah, it's a lot more pedophiles than you think.
Well, all right. That's a good.
Happens.
That's a good. Are we all done talking?
uh, Resolutioners. A couple words of advice and
Hit us
what I
up.
will call a love letter to resolution.
Hit us up.
Huh? Hit us
Resolutioners, hit
up.
us up.
Yeah. One, and this will again be just like Alex's shameless plug. There are a lot of really great coaches and great resources out there who aren't over there just posting pictures of them flexing and telling you that you're going to be unrecognizable by June or unrecognizable in 6 weeks. No, it's you but stronger, and that's all we ever want people to be. Is you can be yourself and still develop and grow mentally stronger and physically stronger and be healthier, and like that is the goal, like through and through, especially like strongman, weightlifting, powerlifting, whatever it is. Yeah, there are some things that will be like, hey, like we'll do weight cuts and stuff like that, but we're not your standard, like, you want to lose weight personal trainers. More than anything, we are looking to build you up, not shrink you down. Would you say that that's a fair assessment?
If they claim that they can make you lose 20 pounds in 2 weeks or 4 weeks, they're lying. You will gain it all back.
Give it
This,
5 weeks, 8 weeks, none of it.
no. None of it. If they put a
None of it.
number, they put a number after weight loss and like a time frame, they are lying to you. That is my 2 cents. Like if
I don't know,
they
Alex. I feel really confident I could get you to lose 2 pounds in the next 6 months.
2 pounds,
2 pounds in 6 months.
2 pounds, okay, yeah. If it's not feasible, 20 pounds in a month is not feasible. 20 pounds in 2 months is not feasible. Probably even three.
Sustainable fat loss should be at like a half a pound a week max.
Yeah,
Some people will do a full pound. It's miserable doing it like that, and it is not sustainable. A half a pound a week max, and it's done in short spurts, and then you refine your maintenance, and then you go and continue that cycle through.
yeah. Like
You shouldn't be on
it's
a calorie deficit for 6 months straight. You just shouldn't.
no.
A lot of people are idiots. A lot of trainers and coaches are idiots. And it's really, really hard when you don't know what you're talking about to discern. And I will even go as far. Here we are. I will gladly, if you find a trainer and it's not me, and you're like, I don't know if this person is legit, but they seem like the kind of person I would like, send them to me. Tag me in their stuff. Ask me. I will gladly go through all of their stuff because, again, it's hard to know, but I will gladly sort through their content and be like, yeah, this person seems to know, like, they know what they're talking about. And I will hand you off to someone else. I don't care. My livelihood, Alex's does. My livelihood does not depend on how many athletes I have as a coach. Love you, Alex. Alex is in school. But that's fine. If you don't know, there are people who do who are just happy to help.
Yeah, for sure.
You have qualms with that?
No, not at all. Come my way. I'll help you get stronger, faster, better, whatever you want. With realistic expectations. Um, Very much my biggest piece of advice is set realistic goals. And if that's just walking in the front door of a gym for 5 days a week or X amount of days out of the week that you didn't do last year, start there. You know, go or
Yeah.
just do something. Go on a 10-minute walk on your lunch break or, and then progress it by going on a 30-minute walk when you get home. Like there's just such little stuff that you could do that you don't even need these glorified people that offer 20-pound weight loss in a month or whatever full lifestyle transformations, like, because at the end of the day that's all up to you as the person. You have to make all those choices, and what they're trying to do is just reshape your entire life, and it's going to come as such a shock, and that's why so many people drop it. you know Start off small and grow from there.
And that's like one of the beautiful things, which is like people talk about gym as a metaphor for life in a myriad of ways. And one of those is the fact that like we have a lot of research, like psychological research on the fact that discipline is as much a muscle that can be built as any like skeletal muscle on your body. And they kind of go hand in hand, like diving full force into things because it's the new year, or I have this big goal, or I want to do this. That's fine and dandy, but discipline isn't built like that. And motivation wears off very quickly. Most people who make resolutions to like get into the gym to get healthy, whatever, fail because they have a lot of motivation and it burns off. Motivation burns hot, but it burns out fast.
Mhm.
Discipline is what keeps you going. And discipline, just like anything else, is a muscle to be built. You have to kind of ease your way into it, or else you get super sore. You end up hitting some, shoot, what's the acronym for second day soreness? Please, I'm totally blanking.
Oh, the DOMS, delayed onset muscle
DOMS, thank
soreness.
you.
Got a case of the
Thank
DOMS
you.
over
You know
there.
what I was talking about. Yeah, it's essentially that. You get like neurological DOMs to go with your physical DOMs, and you're spending a whole week sore and miserable and tired, and you're just pushing yourself to exhaustion to the point that you stop. Do a little bit. 1 rep is exponentially more than 0.
Yeah.
5 minutes, 5 minutes of walking around, of being intentional, even if that won't change your life, is a lot more than what you were doing. And you add 5 minutes to that 5 minutes once it's a habit, and you slowly build up on that, it becomes really, really manageable to make crazy things happen over time.
Mhm.
And also, if you want to get super strong, hit us up. Shameless plug.
Because
I know
I'm
you
in
can't
school.
tell because I'm wearing a onesie, but I'm like super yacked under here.
Play
Just
stupid
kidding.
games
I'm
with
not an
stupid press.
aesthetics athlete. I'm all lower body, and I'm. Weightlifters don't look like we're very strong, but I promise you, I'm decently strong. I've
This is the
squatted more than
size.
twice my body weight.
This is the size of your bicep pen.
Bro, my upper body's actually filled out a lot since like actually training jujitsu. Like I have
Okay.
shoulders now.
Okay.
I have
Okay.
like the tiniest little bit of lats.
Okay.
I did a
Tatum
pull-up
started to
last week.
gaslight herself, so I guess that's the end of the episode before we
It's not
deal with that.
gaslighting, it's manifesting. All right, you want to bring us out of this?
All right. Feel free to actually don't feel free. Subscribe to us on all social media platforms: Instagram, YouTube, Spotify, Between Two Barbells PC. I'm Alex, that's Tatum. New episodes come out every Friday. Feel free to watch and enjoy us ranting.
Welcome to season 2, y'all.
Season
Peace
2.
up, A-Town.